when Jar Bharat was captured by dacoits and taken to the deity of Kali to be sacrificed, his angle of vision was so spacious that he did not care for anything. He thought, whatever is happening is the Lord's will. He is the proprietor and witness of all. He sees everything. Everything is His will, and I have nothing to do with the outcome. With this idea, wherever Jad Bharat was taken, he went without resistance. Very important. Although he was about to be sacrificed, he was unconcerned. He thought, I am in a friendly circle. There is no danger. He was in such a plane of consciousness that no apprehension, no danger could affect him. He thought, I am under Krishna's care. And so it is proved by Jar Bharat's practical example that this angle of vision is not simply philosophy or imagination, it is reality. Krishna's divine will is in the background of everything that exists. And when one comes in connection with that paramount power, that original plane of reality, he will not have any care. He will become fearless. Maya santushta manasa sarva sukha mayadisha. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 14th chapter, verse number 13. And yet, in the plane of reality where Krishna is worshipped with knowledge-free devotion, Gyan Shunya Bhakti, that sort of posing is there. There appears to be fear and concern, but that concern is quite different in nature from material cares. Influenced by Yogamaya, the gopis and Krishna's friends want to know, Krishna is not here. Where is he? And in this way, the gopis and cowherd boys run here and there searching for Krishna. Even the cows are concerned and stop grazing. But all this is conducted by Yogamaya for the satisfaction of Krishna. Such is the nature of Leela in the plane of Jnana Shunya Bhakti. We are engaged in an inner search for truth. And in the Vedas, the answer to our questions, the essence of the whole revealed truth of the scriptures, can be summarized in one word. Om. Yes. What is the meaning of that yes? What you want, yes, it exists. What you are searching for, yes, it is there. Your inner search to live and to improve will be fulfilled. Seek and ye shall find. If you examine yourself and search out your innermost need, you will find that the revealed truth says, yes, your thirst will be quenched. You will be well fed. Question. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Yayedam Dharate Jagat. The spiritual energy is sustaining this material world. How are we to understand this? Śrīdhar Mahārāj, the misguided souls of this world are from Tatastalok, the marginal plane, and misguided by misconception, they have come within this illusory angle of vision. Krishna says this world is dead matter. The souls entered here and movement came. They entered into this material conception and began moving it. In that sense, they are sustaining the universe. Yayedam dharate jagat. But ultimately, everything is sustained by Him. Kṛṣṇa also says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Everything emanates from me. And in the Vedas it is said, Yato vaimani bhutani jayante. He is the origin of everything in its creation, its maintenance, and its annihilation. But here, in this material world, the fallen souls, as so many sparks, have entered like glowworms into the dark region, showing the darkness surrounding it. The Jiva souls are like glowworms in the dark night of this material world. Somehow, they are carrying on in the darkness. We can barely trace them out as a meager light in the dark. They are almost completely covered by darkness. But still, they can be distinguished. Spirit can know itself. Question: who do you say was expounding the atheist philosophy in the West? Śrīla Śrīdhar Mahārāj. Epicurus is the greatest atheist of the West, as Charvaka Muni is in the East. According to Epicurus, with the dissolution of this physical body, nothing remains. And according to him, there is no mental system. The mental system, which we come across in our dreams, does not have any separate existence. But Shankara and Buddha both accept the existence of the mental system within the physical body. Transmigration of the soul is also admitted in their philosophy. But Buddha says that with the dissolution of the mental system, the Sukshma Sharir, nothing remains. Quick question here, just a pause. Does anyone know Sukshma Sharir in English or common language? Chalu Bhasha? Sukshma Sharir, what does that mean?
That I get the thought system, that Sharir which holds the Chetna or the soul life. That's my understanding.
Yes, Sukshma Sharir actually refers to, or it's what it is subtle body. Sukshma means subtle, right? And Sharir means body. So subtle body. That's what Sukshma Sharir means, the mental plane that Param Guru Mahārāj is referring to. So we go on now. So Buddha says that with the dissolution of the mental system, the Sukshma Sharir, nothing remains. So once the subtle body. Now subtle body, again, I want to just put out that quick question here. Does anyone remember what are the constituents of the subtle body? So, Say again, Anilji?
Those 5 elements?
So, okay, the 5 elements you're talking about, the Panch Mahabhut. So, which is earth, water, fire, air, ether. Those are the Panch Mahabhut, the 5 elements. But those are gross elements. Gross means our physical body is made up of those 5 gross elements. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu, Kham. Those are the 5 gross elements. And then our Sukshma Sharir is made up of 3 subtle elements.
Mind, intelligence, and ego.
There we go. Hare Krishna. Jai. Chinmoy Prabhu ki Jai. So mind, intelligence, and ego is what is our Sukshma Sharir, or our subtle body. So Buddha says that with the dissolution of the mental system of the Sukshma Sharir, nothing remains. And what was Charvaka saying? Charvaka was saying that dissolution of the gross body, nothing remains. So he doesn't even entertain the possibility or the existence of the subtle body. So back to Param Guru Maharaj. Sankaracharya, on the other hand, says that the consciousness within the mental body is a reflection of Brahman. And Brahman is the ultimate existence. According to him, with the dissolution of the body, nothing remains but Brahman. Sankaracharya says, Shlokadhenu pravakshayami yadaktamyanti kotivi brahma satyam jaganmitya jiva brahmaiva napara. In half a verse, I am summarizing the truth that has been expressed by volumes and volumes of scriptures. Within only half a verse, I shall give the essence of all truths. Brahma Satyam, Jagar Mithya. Brahman, spirit, is true. This world is false. And the Jiva is nothing but Brahman. This is the substance of all the scriptures. Proper knowledge is not possible under the philosophical systems of Buddha and Shankaracharya. If what they say is true, the world is false, then we must ask, why do you speak? And to whom? If everything is false, is your philosophy also imagination? We will have to ask Shankaracharya, does your coming to this world and your endeavor to refute Buddhism and establish oneness as the ultimate truth have no meaning? Who have you come to preach to? Why have you come to preach if this world has no reality? If this world is false, then why are you taking so much trouble to explain your philosophy? For what? Is your mission also imagination? The first great opponent of Shankaracharya was Ramanuja. Ramanuja's refutation was very strong and based on a sound foundation. Ramanuja argued, what is the necessity for Shankaracharya to endeavor with so much energy to establish his philosophy if it is all fictitious? To say the world is false is a suicidal position. Has he come here to do nothing? He has come to correct us and free us from error, but there must be errors. Error or misconception has reality. Otherwise, what is the necessity of spending so much energy refuting so many propositions? Maya exists. Maya is eternal. The individual soul is eternal, and Maya is also eternal. The basis of material existence is the possibility of the tathastha jiva committing a mistake and developing misconception. Quick pause here. You remember we studied this, right? That the basis of material existence is the possibility of tathastha jiva, that marginal energy committing a mistake and developing misconception, right? Ichha dvesha samuttena dandamohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sargayanti parantapa. The soul is anu chetana, back to Param Guru Maharaj, the soul is Anu Chetana, atomic consciousness. And as atomic units of consciousness, our freedom is not perfect. Our defective freedom is the cause of this illusion. The soul must have freedom. Before a crime is committed, the possibility of committing a crime is present in the ordinary peace-loving subject. The possibility of disease is there, so hospitals, medicine, and special diets are all necessary. In the same way, the possibility for misconception is there in the soul because we are weak and limited. Does that make sense? Maya, the world of measurement, is unnecessary for the Absolute, but necessary for those in the relative position. When there is only one self-interest, Maya is not necessary. But when there is division, differentiation, and distribution, when there are many ideas of self-interest, Maya is necessary. Quick pause here. Was that Anilji? Did you follow that that statement, Param Guru Maharaj?
Yes.
That when there is one interest, then there is no need for Maya.
Yeah, then there is nothing. If you are already targeting for the ultimate, then there is no need for focus anywhere here and there. Right?
Yes, no illusion, nothing is necessary. But when the self-interest is multifarious and fragmented, separate interest is there, then Maya illusion needs to be there. Right?
Yes. That's correct.
Back to Param Guru Maharaj. Within the world of misconception, Maya is the law of the land. The law helps the law abiding, and the law punishes the law breaking. The law is the same for everyone. And that same law means protection for the good and suppression for the bad. Law means to divide rights. One and the same law provides for protection of the good and punishment of the bad. The Swarup Shakti, the Lord's internal energy, helps the good, and the Maya Shakti punishes the bad. Shakti or energy serves the purpose of the Lord, and therefore necessarily has two aspects. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam. To chastise the wicked and reward the good. When the Lord Himself appears, His purpose has two aspects. One for the good, another for the bad. He also comes here with that combined purpose. So although He is one, we see these two aspects of His character. The conception that the unity of the Absolute is not a stale, non-differentiated thing is a theory that was propounded by Ramanuja. And this is called Vishishtadvaitvad, oneness with difference. The philosophy of Shankaracharya, on the other hand, is known as Kevaladvaitvad, exclusive oneness. Ramanuja accepts that the Absolute Truth is one, but according to him, it is a differentiated oneness. He does not accept non-differentiated oneness. That it is one, he has no doubt, but that one is characterized by specification and differentiation. This is similar to the panentheism of Hegel. Quick pause here. Panentheism, not pantheism. So panentheism is different than pantheism. So Param Guru Mahārāj is saying that it's similar to the panentheism of Hegel. Okay. Now a question is being posted to Param Guru Mahārāj. According to what you are saying, matter is also conscious, because it is coming from the Lord, who is the supreme consciousness. In the beginning, when we first differentiate between matter and spirit, we learn that matter is dead and the living entity is manipulated. But when we develop a higher realization, will we see that matter is also living? Śrīla Śrīdhar Mahārāj. Yes. And that is known as Shantaras. In a higher stage of realization, we can detect consciousness everywhere. Within glass, stone, earth, wood, in all the innumerable shapes and colors in which matter may appear. We are always in the midst of consciousness. Consciousness is all-pervading, but is situated in different gradations of conception. The gradation of conception may differ, but it is all consciousness, all eternal. Pashu buddhi tanturajam harishyati pashu buddhi. We must try to reinstate ourselves in our own plane of reality. There, without the help of this mortal element, we can live happily. That transcendental plane is not a non-differentiated world. It is not that there you have no individuality. If a non-differentiated mass of consciousness can be admitted, then why should we not admit the existence of a system of consciousness? Ramanuja says that it is a system. Shankaracharya says there is only a non-differentiated mass of light consciousness. Ramanuja disagrees. He says that a differentiated light mass of consciousness is the basis of reality. It is not undifferentiated or non-distinguishable. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the basis of reality is Achinta Bheda Bhed. Inconceivable bipolarity. Everywhere there is something common and something different. Whatever opposing points you may discuss will have something common and something different. Nothing is quite the same as anything else. And above all, the infinite is not within your fist. It is inconceivable. The unified and differentiated character of reality is inconceivable. Its secret is in the hand of the Supreme. It does not depend upon your whim. Still, that differentiated character of the Absolute will be seen differently according to the subjective relationship we have with Him. An example of this is found in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 43, verse number 17. Mallanam asanir nanam naravara strinam smaro murtiman gopanam svajano satam kshitibujam sastasya pitro shishu Mrityur bhojapater virad avidusham tattvam param yoginam Vishnunam paradevateti vidito rangamagata sagraja. When Lord Krishna, accompanied by Baladev, entered Kansa's wrestling arena, he appeared to the spectators in different ways. Everyone viewed him according to their own relationship, rasa, with him. To the wrestlers, he appeared as a lightning bolt. To the people in general, he appeared as the most beautiful personality. To the ladies, he appeared to be the most attractive young man, Cupid personified, and thus increased their lust. The cowherd men looked upon Krishna as their own kinsman, coming from the same village of Vrindavan. The kings who were present there saw him as the most powerful ruler. His parents, Nanda and Yashoda, saw him as their most beloved child. Kansa, the king of Bhoj dynasty, saw him as death personified. The worldly minded saw him as the universal form. The unintelligent saw him as incapable. And to the yogis he appeared to be the super soul. To the members of the Vrishni dynasty he appeared to be their most celebrated descendant. When Krishna entered the arena, everyone saw him in their own way. In this way we can understand how he satisfies everyone. When Yashoda sees him, she says, "My boy." But the gopis see a grown-up, not a child. His friends see him as one of their playmates. Krishna satisfies everyone. Even the animals in Vrindavan become ecstatic when they come in connection with Krishna. Barhapidam natavara vapu karnayoh karnikaram bibhradavas kanaka kapisam vaijayantim chamalam randhrana venoradhar sudaya purayana gopa vrindair vrindaranyam swapada ramanam pravishad Gita Kirti. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 21st chapter, verse number 5. While the gopis were describing the sweet vibration of Krishna's flute, they also remembered their pastimes with him. Thus their minds became enchanted, and they were unable to describe completely the beautiful vibrations. While discussing the transcendental vibration, they remembered also how Krishna dressed, decorated with a peacock feather on his head, just like a dancing actor, and with blue flowers pushed over his ear. His garment glowed yellow gold, and he was garlanded with a Vaijayanti garland made of tulsi, kunda, mandar, and parijat, and lotus flowers. Dressed in such an attractive way, Krishna filled up the holes of his flute with the nectar emanating from his lips. So they remembered him entering the forest of Vrindavan, whose soil experiences the pleasure of consorthood upon being embraced by the touch of Krishna's lotus feet. Krishna consciousness means full-fledged theism, up to consorthood. All conceptions of fulfillment are found there in their purest and most desirable position. This material world, however, is only a shadow, a black imitation of reality. Full-fledged theism means Krishna consciousness. In the full-fledged conception of theism, the infinite embraces the whole of the finite. It comes down to completely embrace and welcome the finite. This kind of full-fledged theism is found in Vrindavan. There, one negligent part of the finite may find the bliss of the embrace of the whole of the infinite. In Vrindavan, not a corner of the finite is left unfulfilled. Every particle of sand and every creeper is well represented there. With complete personality in the loving pastimes of Sri Krishna. Here in this material world, however, a particle of sand is nothing, it is ignored. But there, everything is well attended. In Vrindavan, there is no ignorance. No interest of anything is ignored there. Everything is harmonized. And therefore, the conception of Vrindavan in Krishna consciousness is the highest conception of full-fledged theism. Srimad Bhagavatam says, whenever Krishna sets his lotus feet within Vrindavan, the earth personifies says, my fate is fulfilled. I have achieved my highest fortune. In Vrindavan, the earth, the very dust, feels the pleasure of the highest type of conjugal love merely by the touch of his lotus feet. Wherever Krishna puts his footsteps, the earth's joy knows no bounds. By his touch, the earth feels the most intense type of ecstasy. In Vrindavan, Krishna is Madhurya, sweetness personified. He is Ananda, ecstasy personified. And Krishna responds to our own inner demands in every way. The Supreme Center has the peculiar capacity of responding to all our needs and satisfying the thirst of all existence. According to their capacity, rank, and dignity, Krishna distributes to all souls the juice from the sweet sea of transcendental mellow. Yoyam Shraddha Saevasa. One can taste the sugar candy sweetness of the Absolute according to one's capacity, just as sugar candy is tasted in different ways. For a normal tongue, sugar candy is very sweet, but if there is a boil on the tongue, even sugar candy is bitter. When a man is working, his manager will see him as a worker, his child will see him as a father, and his wife will see him as a husband. His servant will see him as master. Dogs and other animals will view him in another way. The same person will be seen differently according to the relationship between seer and seen. Similarly, Krishna appears differently to those who view him according to their respective rasa. In this way, the differentiated character of the Absolute is revealed according to the soul's subjective qualifications. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣhak Śrīdhar Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj ki. Any comments?
Well, it reminds me, this conception of consciousness, everything is in consciousness, everything is conscious, it's quite revolutionary, because I've heard Gurudev discuss, even the God brothers of Srila Guru Mahārāj would come to argue against this conception with Guru Mahārāj.
But you're right, it's revolutionary, and he has shared it and he has given it to us. The deepest and the deepest of the deepest he has brought out from Srimad Bhagavatam, and some of the things are not even there anywhere. And he has brought those out for us. So
basically, one thing, Prabhuji, which you mentioned, right? That basically the consciousness of the soul, right, which is same here in this dead world, and then this dead world is appearing to be lively and interaction, all those things, right?
yes,
That is a very deep meaning point. The ultimate thing is that why this liveness or all those things we are able to see in this dead world, right?
yeah,
Because of the souls itself, right? Because if you take them out, it's a dead world, right?
yes.
Dead.
It is Yayedam, that's where Param Guru Maharaj was explaining, Yayedam Dharate Jagat is Jiva Bhuta. Jiva Bhuta is living entities. I'm a living entity, and there are countless living entities. Yayedam Dharate Jagat. And they are animating this world of matter. So when that question was put to him, so he answered. He said, yes, that is true, but even behind that is Kṛṣṇa. His will supersedes all else. Where he says, Aham sarvasya prabhava. Like, everything begins from me. Aham sarvasya prabhava, mattah sarvam pravartate, iti mattva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Right? Mat chitta madgat prana bodhayanta parasparam kathyantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mam upayanti. Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nashamyatma bhavastav jnanadipena bhasvata. Right? These are the 4 essential verses of Bhagavad Gita, called Chatushloki. So it is a great fortune that we have access to this. And going forward, I wanted to have your opinion, Chinmay Prabhu and everyone else. Should we continue like next time with subjective evolution? Because I find this really beautiful. So you please tell me, because I'm trying to serve you.
Yes, please, Prabhu.
Shamaji, you find this...
Absolutely, Prabhu. I feel very blessed. Please, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you. Anilji, Chinmay Prabhu, please.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Wonderful.
So we'll
The
have...
language that he uses too is just so beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
just amazing.
It's sweet.
He knows English better than I do.
Hare Krishna.
That's true.
All right. So we will get that. We will take care of that next time. And then now I will call upon EKG so that we can have our Hariharaya and then move on with the program. So please give me a minute as we set it up. Does she know?
Yeah. She's like changing her clothes right now. The audio had cut out. It's too sweaty. I can't. Bhaj Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hari Haraya Namah Krishnaya Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Yacharpa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Hechai Gosai Kori Charana Vandan. Jaha Vite Vignana Shabishta Puran. Hechai Gosai Jar Muitara Das. Tasavara Padarenu Mora Panchagas. Tandera Charana Se Vibhakta Sanevas. Janame Morai Abhilash. Ichai Gosai Jabe Brajakwela Bas. Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Hari Naam Sankirtana Kohe Narottama Das. Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Joy. Any volunteers for Jai Dhwani? Okay, take it away, Anika. Jai.
Om Vishwadmaham Sarva Chakra Varasara Shri Srimad Bhakti Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Jai. Om Vishwadmaham Chakra Varasara Shri Srimad Bhakti Dev Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Om Vishwadmaham Chakra Varasara Shri Srimad Bhakti ki jai.
Jai.
Om Śrīla Gokul Das Bhakti Mahārāj ki jai.
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 Das Bhakti Mahārāj ki jai.
Jai.
Supanuga Guru ki jai.
Jai.
Mahārāj ki jai.
Jai.
Zinda ki jai.
Jai.
Shiva Deva Vidyabhushan ki jai.
Jai.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Nurosama Shananda Shivasana Char Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Govinda Vandas Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Kṛṣṇa Aksavaraj ki jai.
Jai.
Saraswati Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Krishna Gopinath the Radhakunda Girdhar Govardhan ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Lakshmi Vardeva ki jai.
Jai.
Vinashara Sri
Jai.
Satsapara Maharaj ki jai.
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 Jai. Jai.
Jai.
Jai.
Chan Saraswati Mat ki jai.
Jai.
Mat ki jai.
Jai.
Maikut ki jai.
Jai. Jai.
Indravan Dan Dan ki jai.
Jai.
Vardeva Subhadra Jagannath ki jai.
Jai.
Govinda ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Shri Shiva Guru ki jai.
Jai.
Ambedkar Vaishnava Mando ki jai.
Jai.
Ambedkar Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Harina हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय।
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 हरि हरि बोल।
हरि हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल।
प्रीति जी, विक्रम एंड अनिका जी की जय। श्रीपाद
जय।
चिन्मय देव प्रभु की जय। अनिल जी की जय। नंदरानी दीदी की जय। संगीता जी की जय। श्यामा जी की जय।
जय।
देवप्रिया दीदी की जय। ऑल द assembled devotees की जय। एलीट कीर्तन ग्रुप की जय। आबा जी की जय।
जय।
जय श्रीला भक्ति पावन जनार्दन महाराज की जय। जय श्रीला भक्ति निर्मल आचार्य महाराज की जय। श्री चैतन्य सारस्वत मठ सन्यासी वृंद की जय। श्री चैतन्य सारस्वत मठ आचार्य वृंद की जय। श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। नित्याय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।
हरि 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 बोल।
I wanted to ask.
Jairam Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
No. Anil ji, did you say that your daughters they have something to sing today?
Yeah, they are ready right now.
Okay, bring them on. Then we are live. I have not stopped transmitting, so just bring them on.
Just a second, right? Let me.
Okay.
They are here.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna.
आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा है। करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। पतवार के बिना ही मेरी नाव चल रही है। हैरान है जमाना मंजिल की मिल रही है। हैरान है जमाना मंजिल भी मिल रही है। करता नहीं मैं कुछ भी सब काम हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। तुम साथ हो जो मेरे किसी चीज की कमी है। किसी और चीज की अब अरमान भी नहीं है। किसी और चीज की कब अरमान भी नहीं है। तेरे साथ से गुलाम अब गुलफाम हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। टूटी हुई वाणी से गुणगान कैसे गाऊं। तेरी प्रेरणा से ये सब कमाल हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा है। मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है।
Beautiful.
Just
Beautiful. And Anil ji, could you please, Sankshipt mein, could you explain in English what your two daughters sung?
So the summary of the song, the main point of the song is that it's basically a devotional song. It is by a devotee to the ultimate Lord, Sri Krishna. And the bottom line of the song is that the devotee is trying to say that whatever work I'm getting, whatever my work is getting done, and whatever achievements I'm getting in this physical world, it's all because of you. Okay, although the credits, all those society or all those typical persons here, they are giving me the credit that it's actually me who is actually doing it, but I know it's not me, it's actually you who are the ultimate doer. I am just getting some false credit, but ultimately thing is that you are doing it. So, and again, in the same continuation, the devotee is saying that whatever things I am achieving, right, I am not planning for it. You are the controller, you are taking me to the direction, right? I'm just getting it because of you, right? So that's what the ultimate meaning of this song is. So,
Wonderful. Wonderful. Very nice. Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, yay. So I'm going to stop transmission now. We will see you next week. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad.
Dandavad Prabhu.
Dhanyavad.
Dandavad.
Dandavad, devotees. Dandavad.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad,
Hare
everyone.
Krishna.
Dhanyavad.
Aba, इधर आओ ना. Yay.
Very nice.
Hey, Tanvat. Tanvat, everybody. Hi, Anya.
Hello.
Tanvat आने का.
दर्शनी दुर्लभ है.
हाँ, हम चलते फिरते प्राणी हैं, ऐसे चलते रहते हैं साइड पे.